Prey 2. Well, I think you guys know where this is going. Hello, everyone. I am still trying to hail the mothership. Wow, that's louder than I anticipated. Becca Random 42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Here we go, snapping it in. Birds of Prey, no sequel. Warner Brothers canceled Birds of Prey Part 2? Question mark? Are we surprised? I mean, I didn't think this movie would get a sequel. I thought and was under the impression, and because it actually absolutely was this, that it was kind of an experimental, well, let's see if people will respond well to this character and this direction that the movie's going. And clearly nobody did. I mean, enough people liked it, but seriously, I didn't know if it wanted to be a 1980s sitcom, a Tarantino movie, or gory, Saw, whatever. It had no direction. Every time you would get to the movie, it would stop itself and then have a flashback to something more interesting than what we were currently seeing half the time, and it just was a complete mishmash of garbage. It was not that good of a movie. You know what? The Charlie's Angels reboot was better. And here's the thing. No surprise to me that they're not going to go ahead with a sequel, because they can make way more money on Harley Quinn in a Suicide Squad sort of vehicle. She's an accessory. She's not a main character. She's not that great without being, you know, she's like the Joker's accessory, and I hate using it in any other term than that. Birds of Prey, no sequel. Warner Brothers canceled Part 2. No, well, they didn't have one to begin with, right? Not only that, when Kathy Ann went into the pitch meeting for the first movie, she said, oh yes, it's gonna deal with misogyny and Trump and and all the people on the boardroom, all the investors just looked at her like, Okay, so it was an experiment. It was an experiment to see if they could do this type of movie, make it successful, and no, it didn't make enough money to justify this. Nobody's surprised by this. The Birds of Prey is a broken movie, but the film is not complete about the break of Harley Quinn with the Joker. It's not complete about the break of Harley Quinn with the Joker. The film is that's an oddly worded thing. You know, you would think that when they go in and, I don't know, write these things, they might want to proofread them?
Proofread your shit!
Just a little bit. Just proofread them. Just a smidgen. The film is meant to team up between Harley Quinn and the other characters of the DC anti-heroes. The story revolves around Harley and many other people looking for revenge from Harley, as she is not under the protection of the Joker. Wow.
Proofread your shit!
Of the Joker. Oh, this article is going into a lot more fun than I initially had imagined. Is Birds of Prey 2 happening? No. Will Quinn return for the sequel? No, but she's in the sequel to Suicide Squad. And they've got her harloted up a little bit, you know, to be something for the male gaze to draw their eyes. And, you know, the female gaze, too, who actually want to look at Harley. Or the girls who just want to dress up as her, because there's nothing wrong with feeling attractive. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you look halfway decent. There's nothing wrong with having a body that you're proud of. There is nothing wrong with that. Instead of covering it up in a giant, you know, $5 cosplay sort of Harley Quinn thing. And that was all this movie was for. It was for cosplay. That was every single bit of advertising. Anytime I would look up a picture for a thumbnail, that's what it was. Is Birds of Prey 2 happening? No. Will Harley Quinn return for the sequel? Who cares? It's been 4 years since the fans saw her make her debut as the clown princess of crime. We have collected some information for the fans of Birds of Prey. According to the sources, the sequel of Birds of Prey is on its way. No, it's not. Some more information told us that Black Mask would be gay in the sequel. The sources also confirmed that Robert Pattinson would play a character of Batman, but the sad part is the sequel will not be featuring Robbie as Harley Quinn. Oh, so they're going through the Birds of Prey sequel without her, with all the more interesting characters, right? Because what was the one? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The Huntress could have kind of been an interesting story on its own. They're not going to do that, though. They're going to probably go with Black Canary, which, isn't it a little bit more insensitive to make her literally Black Canary like that? I mean, that's what I was under the impression of, you know, that it's kind of, like seriously. What about, you know, since we're talking about Tarantino, what about the whole Black Mamba sort of scene, if you guys remember that from the Kill Bill movies. I don't know. I'm just off on some tangents here because that is how we do sometimes when we are. All right. Here's the thing. If they do a Birds of Prey sequel, the whole point of Birds of Prey was it was the Harley Quinn movie. That was the whole push for it. If they end up doing a Birds of Prey sequel with nothing to do with Harley Quinn, that is going to flop even harder than this one because, let's face it, she was the only reason anybody actually gave this movie a shot. She's the only reason that anybody watched this, and had it been a good Joker Harley Quinn sort of romance movie, had it been even a backstory, had it been any of those sort of things, you know what, making a new natural born killer sort of movie, make it something like that. Heroes, yes, that's Freud talking. Make it something a little bit more interesting than this mishmash of stuff, because now what, you've got all these side characters running around who don't have any reason to have any connection with each other at all. If you saw Birds of Prey, those side characters will never be this team form up, as forced as their little diner scene at the very end actually was, where they're all sitting there and then Harley goes off and steals the car and whatever she does. They're not going to be hanging out. These are not people who are just going to be instant friends, right? That was never the intent of the original film, so I don't have a whole lot more to say about this other than, can you guys please, I don't know, maybe for once,
Proofread your shit!
proofread your articles, and do you guys want a Joker movie with Harley Quinn in it? I am Becca42, and I'll see you guys on the next video live stream or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye! They literally wrote Joker.